Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and we are going live. And I wanted to talk about living inside of your manifestations because we always talk about attracting something that seems far away from us. But living inside of the manifestation is living in the presence of the energy and emanating that resonance and emulating source energy in your own resonance and your own truth and your own vibration. So living inside of your manifestations is actually becoming your manifestations before you become them. So teleporting into your future manifestations before you attract them to yourself. So we don't make it like a foreign concept, or we don't make it such a stepping stone into the right direction. So understanding this is that living inside of who we are and what we're trying to live and what we're trying to resonate as and what we're trying to accumulate on this energy, on this earth, as this presence of awareness, we allow ourselves to finally live at that stage in our lives when we're living inside of our manifestations, and we're not talking about our manifestations, and we're not trying to manifest something, but we're living inside of the I am presence of manifestation itself, opening worlds into existence, breathing worlds into existence, using our words of wisdom to use intentions that make worlds exist inside of the awareness that we're accumulating, that we're attracting, that we're manifesting within ourselves. And we're seeing that the gateway and the portals in the chakras are allowing us to be a gateway, a portal, and an extension of source energy to be interwoven, to be interconnected, and allowing ourselves to really know ourselves in this moment, living inside of our manifestations here and now. So when we choose to live inside of it, we're choosing to be a part of it. We're choosing to be the experience of it. We're choosing to be the vibration of it, the sounds, the sense perceptions, the illusion of it itself. But you're co-creating the illusion with your higher self, with your divinity, with your energy, with your channel, and you're allowing yourself to live inside of the manifestation so that it's not a foreign concept and that it's not far away from you, and it's not something that you're trying to do or you're trying to accomplish, but it's something that you are. It's the power inside of yourself that allows you to know how to speak worlds into existence. So living inside of your manifestations means that you've already manifested. It means that it's parallel. It means that it's right here in this moment. It's in the present moment, living inside of your manifestations. So your manifestations are here and now, and you just have to write the story and become the author of your life. And you have to lay that foundation of work within yourself to see that when you align your intentions, when you always tithe, when you find a way to be positive in the most challenging of moments, that means that you choose to live inside of your manifestations, and you're not choosing to live in the reminiscence of a memory, but you're choosing to live in the moment itself. You're choosing to live in the present. It means that you're channeling the future and you're channeling the energy of the future, which allows you to attract everything within your space as a living, breathing vortex. As a vortex of creation, we allow ourselves to connect to our electromagnetic kinetic source energy field, which allows us to connect to the tree of life, then allows us to connect to who we are as a spiritual entity of love and light, which we channel our divinity by the very fact that we make different choices, that we make different decisions, that we make the choice to live an abundant life, and that we're already living that abundant life. It changes the flavor of it. It changes the existence of it. But it changes the purification and the perception around your own awareness, because you're choosing to be led by divine expression. Meaning you're living by your preferences and you're not living by what seems validated or safe or comfortable. So you're embracing the unknown more and more within yourself when you choose to live inside of your manifestations, and you don't choose to live in a false manifestation or false pretense of who you think or assume yourself to be in this moment. So in this moment, there's a power inside of you. There's an energy inside of you. There is a resonance inside of you. Living inside of your manifestations is making the aligned action to be inside of your future moments, as if you're teleporting there, as if you're already transported there, but also you're allowing yourself to stay within one place to embrace omnipresence, meaning that you are in your manifestations simultaneously. It means that there's billions and billions of timelines and experiences and people and relationships that we haven't tapped into yet. So that means that we've already experienced creation, but also it means that they're not far away from us. So when we don't make manifestation a foreign concept, and we don't just make it about attracting, but we make it about adding more depth within our life. We make it more about adding more value to our life, or adding more prosperity to our life, or changing the narrative of our life because it changes the direction and how the timelines intersect within our reality. But also, it allows us to channel our energy in a more pure state because we're not basing it by ego, because we have a purified ego, because the filter and the container is able to embody the spiritual mass that we are, which is light, and then it's able to balance out the energies of masculinity and femininity. And then we're embracing that inner child as we're seeing that golden archway, that pathway within ourselves, because now we're not thinking things from the standpoint of being an adult, but we still have maturation. There's still a maturity there. There's still a resonance there. It's not like we're reverting back to being a baby. But it means like we have this childlike wonder to ask and dare to dream big within our lives. It means we're not playing it small, and we're not playing it safe, and we're not playing to the societal norms, and we're not subjecting ourselves to a vibration that's not in alignment with who we really are. That means you're living inside of the manifestation. It means you are the manifestation. It means that you believe to the point where you receive the manifestation as being true to yourself in your life, in your resonance. So understanding it's like I was at the beach today and I wrote down the things that I wanted to manifest even more, but appreciating the things that I've already manifested and the things that I've already done in my life and the people that I've been of service to. But I wrote down like 50,000 followers, like $300 clients, having a podcast or something, having a different way of being of service and traveling and doing other things that I want to do. Meaning that I was writing it in stone, but I was summoning it. I was summoning the manifestation inside of me that has been inside of me, for 4 or 5 years now, but meaning that I was proclaiming it. I was declaring it. I was using my words of affirmation, but as intention, but writing it into the universe as if it was a real thing. So, and like going to the crystal store and going to the beach and just having a day where you see the appreciation and the vibrational attitude to take you in many different directions. And there's a constant flow, but you're not worried about how much you spend, how much you do, or how late it is, but you're enjoying life in that constant flow. And you're not at a standstill. You're not on a time schedule. It means that you have all the time in the world to do the things that you really want to do. But being in that constant flow of progression, being in that constant energy where there's an ongoing progression and it doesn't stop and it always accelerates itself to let you know that living inside of your manifestations will always lead you to greater peak moments, to greater awareness, to greater understanding of self. And there will be this deep sense of fulfillment within yourself. It will feel empowering to do the things that you really want to do. And even seeing in the past, maybe the things that you couldn't have done, but now you're able to do it and you're appreciative of that. It's not about the timestamp, it's not about how long it takes, but sometimes it's just about staying dedicated, staying ready, staying aligned, staying true to your vibration no matter what presents itself, and just continuing and never giving up on yourself and pushing through the boundaries of limitation. Meaning that you're pushing the boundaries of limitation, you're pushing the boundaries of expectation, and you're not basing yourself in your thoughts, in your emotions, but you're absolutely basing yourself in that power to guide you and spirit to guide you, because spirit never fails. Spirit will never lead you astray, and spirit never fails, and spirit's always on time when the divine wants to move on your life. So sometimes it's not a race. Sometimes we're playing golf with ourselves, Sometimes we're really trying to see how far we can take this, but also how far are we willing to take it? How far are we willing to take the enlightened presence of ourselves, and not allowing ourselves to fall back and repeat patterns, but to see that the patterns have integrated themselves so that you're able to create new patterns, new choices, new experiences, but also get the most beneficial part of your journey of understanding that living inside of your manifestations will give you such a greater vantage point of knowing yourself. Meaning knowing yourself in a way that is more pure. Living inside of your manifestations is basically resonating within the vibration of Source, meaning that you channel that love and that light and that wisdom, and you speak that love and that light and that wisdom, and you walk with the Spirit in the most honor, with the most backbone, with the most strength and courage and stability, and that you don't go against the grain of what you're wanting to manifest. Meaning, I'm not saying be edgy or go against the grain of illusion and society, but I'm saying like never go against the grain of who you are and subject yourself to that. Meaning, being authentic takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of guts, it takes a lot of energy and time to be your most authentic self. And there's a bug in my face. To be your most authentic self, sometimes you have to ruffle a lot of feathers. It means you won't always be accepted for your manifestations. It means that you have to accept yourself and see that Source is guiding you to what you really want to manifest out of your life, the most transcendent happiness that you probably ever experienced on your creation, on your path, on your journey. And we're embracing the nothingness so that we can be empty, so that we can be filled with Spirit. So one of the things, it was funny, my girlfriend at the beach said, "You're full of yourself." And I said, yes, I'm full of myself, but not in the way that most human beings are. Meaning that you can be filled with Spirit in every single moment. You can be filled with Spirit every single day, every time you breathe, every time you think of something, every time you do something. Source energy will come in and be very impactful, but you have to be impactful with everything that you do and be deliberate in everything you do and be able to manipulate the reality that's around you. Meaning that you're shifting the reality that's around you, and meaning that you're changing the paradigm that you were assuming yourself to be. And understanding that and becoming that and resonating and imbibing inside of that will allow you to live inside of the manifestation that you're attracting to yourself. Meaning that you will always attract the manifestation and the illusion that you're attracting to yourself, but it's not going to be so hard and rigid and tough and exhausting. It means that you'll get everything that you need within your life if you choose to go for it. If you choose to be a risk taker, if you choose to be one that stands out among the rest and go for that thrill. Because we do have challenges, we do have some moments where things can be a little difficult, but difficulty isn't working against you, it's for your benefit. Challenges are for your benefit. Integration are for your benefit. So understanding is that you don't have to be perfect, but you are perfection at the end of the day. So perfection doesn't have to be perfectionism. It doesn't have to be perfectionism. You don't have to be a perfectionist. You don't have to right all the wrongs in the world. You don't have to justify anything. But meaning that within your space of energy, you soak in everything that Source wants to bring out of you, that wants to release out of you, that wants to transform everything inside of you, which allows you to live in the future manifestations that you're trying to attract to yourself. So bring it all in, just gather your will, just understand your freedom and the very fact that you get to choose to live inside of your manifestations. Meaning that you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the trauma anymore, because once you're done with that, once you're past that, or even placing your desired reality in your past, or placing your desired reality in your present, it doesn't matter how you do it, but the very fact that you're doing it is effective. Sometimes people need to change their entire lives. They don't need to remember the past. Once you've integrated it, it means that you don't have to reinforce it so much, and it doesn't come in and it doesn't swell up your presence, and it doesn't come in and debilitate you the way that it used to. But now you're allowing yourself to live in the present moment, here and now, meaning that nothing can change the present moment. Only you can change the present moment, but you have to give yourself to that. But that's the power, that's the readiness, that's the aliveness that comes out of us. And that shows us and reflects to us the confidence and the purity, or the understanding of the very fact that we get the choice and we get to do the things that we want to do. And no matter where we're at, we can implement it and apply it in many different ways. So we don't have to apply it in my way, but you have to apply it in your way. But I'm just offering guidance and tips and resonance in order to do that. And hello, how are you? Thank you for saying hello. So if you've never been here before, this is White Wolf Spirituality Channel, Meditation Channel. I do 2 lives every day. This is meditation and healing. And my other lives tonight around 10 or 11 will be readings. And I have a client at 9. So, and I wanted to do some healing energy to kind of reinforce this entire message so that we can heal our financial troubles, our struggles within ourselves, our struggles with our thoughts, our sense perceptions, the way that we manifest illusions. Meaning that when we give healing to the universe about this, that means that we're wanting to transcend a human conditioning, but also we're wanting to transform and activate within ourselves. Meaning that we're wanting to transform the present moment, that we don't want to be stuck in a memory, that we don't want to be stuck in a time loop, that we don't want to be in the revolving door anymore, but we want to live inside of our manifestations that channel that Shekinah glory of God's source energy within ourselves. See, what's behind me is the sky, and you see that? That's glory. That's the Shekinah glory of God. That's the river of source that floods your being, that floods everything inside of you, that allows you to become who you are in your moments. So living inside of it is living in the teleportation of it, is living in the attraction of it, is living into the appearance of that light within ourselves. So living inside of your manifestations is you manifesting your destiny in that moment. You manifesting everything in your life that you want, that you crave, that you desire. Making all of your desires pure, making your inspirations and your aspirations pure, making all of your choices pure. And when they're pure, that means it's coming from a good nature. But it's also connecting to everything that is of a holistic nature. Meaning that everything that comes from you or through you, no matter what you're saying, is coming from a loving nature. So there's an encoding and an encryption and a deciphering of all the intuitive messages that we are presented with. It means that we become more intuitive. It means we become more investigative, more in a seeking nature. That we get to seek who we really are in this moment. That we don't get to be lacking of something. That we're not lacking of anything, that we don't have to possess anything, that we don't have to think about anything. But we can just literally be the transportive motion of the miracle being manifested in that moment. So allow yourself to be the motion and the progression and the action of it and the creation of it before you experience it. So that's what it kind of feels like, or when we talk about quantum leaping or shifting or changing a paradigm, we just put it in fancy way. But really what we're talking about is pushing everything else aside, putting it outside of ourselves, serving something greater than ourselves, but allowing ourselves to emulate something that is greater than the physical body, that is greater than ourselves, which is higher self or guides or source. However you view a source, her, a galactic being, he, no matter what it is. So we're going to do some healing energy. This is White Wolf. If you've never been here before, this is one of my channel messages, and I'm also going live around 10 or 11 doing readings. And also, I do these lives every single day. I do 2 lives every single day to be of service to you guys, to help you guys, but also to relate to you in any way that I can. So we're going to do rapid fire healing, activations, and having guides come in and allowing ourselves to really integrate living inside of our manifestation. So feel free to receive this healing energy. Feel free to book private sessions as well. I have private session special for $50 for an hour. And I also have readings that I do every single night as well. Text me on TikTok, email me. Allowing ourselves to heal poverty, but allowing yourself every time that you experience something within yourself, rather it is focusing your intention, rather it is channeling your energy, channeling your embodiment, allow yourself in that moment just to see yourself in a different light, to see yourself as God, to see yourself as being the driving force that channels and embodies the creation, and that generates the healing and the transformation in that moment, that uses his intentions very wisely, that uses the bandwidth of creation, but the motherboard of creation, but the projection screen of creation, being able to project what you really want in this moment, and being able to be the healing source, to be lighthearted, to feel as if you're bringing life into everything, and feel as if you are changing the paradigm that you're assuming yourself to be in. And allow yourself to change in this moment, to change everything in this moment, your reality, your life, your relationships, everything, and mass producing your own illusion. And right now, you're just feeling the Shekinah glory of God, the nature of God, the sensations of God, the vibration of God, the sense perceptions of Source. And you're just giving that back to the earth. But you're also here to bring healing and activating everything inside of yourself so that you're able to impart that wisdom in service to others. So we're living inside of our manifestations right here and now, cleansing the ears, cleansing the throat chakra, and cleansing the nostrils. Archangel Michael is going to give you strength. Archangel Gabriel is going to help you with purification. Archangel Sandalphon is helping with psychic protection. And we are purifying how our reality is exemplified, meaning how our reality is experienced and how our reality is received. And being intuitive and to investigate it and to resonate in that vibration of constant flow, of constant projection, of constant realization, of constant emulation, and a continuous infinity of embracing consciousness itself. So embracing your life, embracing consciousness, allowing yourself to shift into that vibration when you need to, but also you're making sense of your ideas, of your aspirations and your inspirations, and making them pure. Meaning that you're not holding back, you're not holding a grudge, you're not holding yourself to a specific standard, but you're allowing yourself to be the expression of the divine and allowing yourself to tap into source energy. Meaning that you're gathering your will, and as you gather that will, and you gather that power within yourself that's vested within everything, meaning that you're the proponent and you're the reason that the light appears and that life appears and that awareness is known. Meaning God, meaning creation, meaning I am, meaning everything that you've ever experienced in your life. That you're tapping into God code, to frequency, to the Merkaba and Archangel Metatron's cube being downloaded within yourself. Recalibrating the chakras, connecting to your galactic chakras, and also connecting to your dragons as well, because we're tapping into the earth and water dragon, earth and fire dragon, Guyan's pink dragon, to help us tap into the elementals, but also tap into the very fact that we're resetting the karmic balance within ourselves. So resetting the imbalances, purifying the masculine and the feminine, and the inner child. So in this moment, we have the ability to push everything out of the way that does not need to be there. Just push it out of the way and then soak in everything that's supposed to be there. And just bring it all in and soak it up and just be a part of it and know that it's yours. And we have frequencies, downloads, and light codes coming in very strongly, connecting you to your DNA that is of a divine nature, connecting to your love, your peace, and your resonance. When you have peace of mind, it gives you a sense of structure. When you have peace of body, It means you're not shaming, judging, or putting yourself in a debilitating state by your belief systems. But when you have the spirit connected to the mind and the body, this becomes a complex, which is the mind-body-spirit complex, which is fully aligning to your higher self's desires and wisdom, meaning becoming source, becoming the oracle of loveline wisdom, tapping into prophecy, tapping into the source of you being a prophet, but also channeling the wisdom of the ascended masters, channeling the wisdom of biblical characters, and channeling the wisdom of your guides. Archangel Raphael is healing the heart and also removing blockages as well, like blockages in the third eye, blockages in finances, blockages that could be something that stems from diseases, but renewing and having vitality and rejuvenation. Feeling into that power. And now we're really going to reinforce the divine feminine. Mary Magdalene has the essential oils of source and just anointing us and appointing us. Mother Mary energy just helping us have the sense of innocence, compassion, vulnerability as well. And this beautiful pink energy has come through as well in a violet flame and a bionic blue light. It's very beautiful, but it's kind of infused inside of itself. And it generates this beautiful color I've never seen before, and I don't even know how to describe it. But when we tap into that, we're tapping into protection, strength, courage, resilience, balance, but also loyalty and royalty within our lives when we tap into those energies. So also feel as if this is cleansing the aura as well. Just cleansing the aura, releasing stuck energy, but also just reclaiming your power back and living inside of our manifestations once again. Because once we do this, then we're not living a lie, then we're not living a false truth, a false sense of self, or a false sense of security. Now we feel more secure and more comfortable with our vibration. And we feel more comfortable with our vibration, then we're able to do more with our energy. And then when we're able to do more with our energy, that means that we're able to make decisions, to be wise, to be loving, and to just embrace life as a whole, to live in a constant state of flow, but live in the ecstasy of living inside of your manifestations, moment to moment, and just being that download, being that frequency, being that emulation of source energy, and loving every second without hesitation or distortion or lack or justification. But at a moment, you just download it within yourself. So reciprocate, rebalance, reshape your energy. Take one last deep breath. Exhale. And when I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity. You'll know who you are. And you'll become the oracle of loveline wisdom, which is God manifested in the human form. And so it is. So, can you shout out my friend Ricky? He's sick and needs prayer. Okay. I'll give your friend a prayer after that healing. But I hope you guys really enjoyed the healing. I hope it was very beneficial. But I'm going to do a prayer real quick for Ricky. I pray that Ricky gets in good health. I hope that everything inside of his life is revitalized. I hope everything that he touched turns to gold. And I hope that Ricky is delivered from whatever he's experiencing. And I hope that you just give him the absolute riches of life and know that he is loved and know that he can push through and that he is a strong-willed person. Amen. So that was a prayer for Ricky. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the healing energy. I hope you really took from it what you needed to take from it. And also just know that I do these lives every day. And I also am going live around 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, doing readings, healings, activations, Eastern time zone. Also book private sessions if you'd like to. I do have a 1 hour special for $50, an hour and 30 minutes for $100, and $150 for 2 hours. So, but at the end of the day, if you didn't get anything from this message, just know that living inside of your manifestations is choosing to live in the excitement, is choosing to live in the intention of it, and choosing to be a part of the creation of it, and seeing your creation in front of you, and seeing the beauty of it, and soaking it all in, but just receiving it in this moment, and seeing it before your eyes as if it's unraveling, as if it's changing in front of you, as if it's wrapped in a beautiful gift and that you get to open it. So life is a gift, my friends. Source is a gift. And if you see in the sky here, it's so beautiful. You know, that's the glory, that's the energy, that's the initiation of energy and progression. So thank you guys so much. God bless. Namaste. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, I hope you guys really enjoyed the healing. I hope you benefited from it. I hope you received it. And until next time, this is White Wolf signing off, and so it is. God bless you guys, and I hope to see you. Bye-bye.